So,
well, you know what? I would say Jack Anderson. I would say Jack Anderson.
Okay.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't make it. Yes,
absolutely.
Surprised he didn't make it. You're talking about a guy who's a jack of all trades. You can plug him in everywhere except center. I'm surprised because that's what they like. That's what Jeff Stoutland likes. Guys that he can plug and play. And you let him go, but you kept Sills? I don't get that one. Except when it comes to sources and information, that's on point.
There you go.
And you can't.
Yeah, that's on point. But you're right. I tell you know what though?
You found out stuff just like with the whole when they got CJ. I truly believe that they're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into that, man. But I believe they're gonna leave him a slot, move Avante to safety. They're gonna figure out it's a lot easier to do it that way, but at this point, you're right. They are thinking about just moving to safety and letting them learn.
Yeah, so people who may not know, we had this discussion yesterday, and Barrett was of the mindset that they were going to move Avante Maddox back to safety and play Chauncey Gardner-Johnson at the corner spot, which he's played mostly in his career corner, nickel. Derek, you were firmly of the belief that they're dropping straight in there with safety. They'll pair him up with Marcus Epps, and just keep the corner situation the way it is. So anyway, look, we'll find out soon, man. It's gonna be a crash course for Chauncey, starting today. Of course, our guy John Clark got him at the airport as he was coming in.
He didn't say a whole lot, did he? He was like was just focused and getting on. He would just go like this and keep walking, and
he was pretty dialed in.
He was just dialed in, just wanted to get there.
Good morning, Mom.
Mama Brooks.
Here's what I wonder about, and we sort of talked about it, but we kind of burned through it yesterday. And I know he hasn't had any off the field stuff, which is the most important thing. You guys worry at all? I mean, Chauncey is an instigator, man, of an epic proportion. He's not a little bit of a trash talker. He's a big trash talker. You concerned at all or no?
No.
Nope.
No. I mean, because in all actuality, we just think he's just the best guy since sliced bread, but Brandon Graham talks more trash than anybody I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, he does.
But he's just such a good guy that we don't see it that way. But you ask others, they're like, why don't this guy shut up? He's continually talking.
But it feels like it's clean stuff from
Brandon. Yeah, exactly. That's what it
is. Brandon does it in a very fun nature.
Yeah.
To the point where even an opponent who's frustrated looks back at him and laughs.
It's PG, right? Yeah. It's PG for BG.
There are a lot of these guys that get personal, man, and make you want to fight them, which is what you want to do, take them mentally out of the game. Right. But your Brandon Graham is as clean as it comes when it's trash talk.
Man, Fletch has to tell him sometimes, hey man, come on back over here, man. Yeah. Come back to us. Bring it back to us. He's steady talking. But I mean, I've been around guys like that. I played with guys like that.
Yeah.
One guy that never stopped talking was Ricky Waters.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ricky would talk all day, all night, and that's just his game. You know what I'm saying?
Some guys just feed off of it. They play better when they do it.
I learned real early. Let me tell you my story about when I was talking. Like my first game, I'm going out there, my first official game. My first game that I played in as an NFL player was preseason. That was against Minnesota. But my first game that I played in the regular season was actually the For Who For What game. And
that's crazy. That was your first game.
Yeah, that's my first game. So I'm sitting there. I'm out there balling. I'm thinking I'm hot stuff. I'm putting it on people, and all of a sudden I start hollering and carrying on, and I'm playing against Sapp too. I got Guy Mack shutting him down, so I'm talking, and all of a sudden I start yelling. And I yelled at the wrong person. I yelled at Hardy Nickerson.
Oh no, you didn't.
No,
Hardy Nickerson turned around. Hey, rookie, come here, rookie, come here. I'm like, what this dude who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I said, come here. Bro, I don't know what it was, but I went over there to him. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like my pop's talking to him. Like,
right.
I said, yes, sir. Hey, man, you don't need to talk as much as you're talking. Be quiet and play the game. I turned around and looked at Guy Mack like, Guy Mack, you heard what the man said. From that point on, I was
the elders were telling you.
Yeah, man.
Take it down a notch.
So once Guy Mack, he reiterated it. I got this one more incident after that. It's like 4 games later, we're playing against the Raiders. We are killing the Raiders. I'm having a great game. You look at Chester McLaughlin. Guy Mack is blocking Chester McLaughlin. I got Pat Swilling. I'm shutting him down, but you could tell he wasn't into the game. You know, he wasn't trying to do anything. He was just going about his business. You know what I'm saying? He was rushing. He wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah.
We're going into halftime. And it's like, oh, man, we kicking your ass, yada, 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 yada. And guy Mac turns to me and said, hey, man, be quiet, man, for you get Sweet Swill going. I'm like, Sweet Swill? And I turned around, and as he's saying that, Chester said, you heard what the rookie said? The rookie said he kicking your ass. He turned, oh. He got a high voice. Oh. He want to see Sweet Swill. Okay.
Oh, no.
Sweet Swill. He want to see Sweet Swill. Now, RC is my quarterback. He hears what he's saying. He hears it. Long story long, he turns around the second half. Bro, all I see, he'll fly by me. Sweet Swill. 1.5 sacks later, I learned from that point on that I would never talk to anybody again. So I stopped talking at that.
Don't poke the bear, man. Don't poke that bear.
So 11 and 3/4 of my career, I was quiet. I shut my mouth. I didn't say nothing else.
I'll tell you the most intimidating player I've ever covered would be Greg Lloyd, linebacker for the Steelers.
Oh, he was intense.
Yeah. Greg Lloyd was a 3rd or 4th degree black belt. This dude was built like a Greek goddess, and he talked like this. Hey, man, how you doing, man? He had this real deep voice. But when he was on the field, he was all about that business. He was in that mix of linebackers when it was Greg Lloyd, Kevin Green, Chad Brown, and LaVon Kirkland. Now imagine that quartet.
And that's nasty.
It was sick. Yeah. And Greg Lloyd, what I was talking about, how him and Kevin Green would stand on opposite sides of the field and yell out before a snap, I'll meet you at the quarterback. And Greg Lloyd was a bad man, but the funny thing was when Greg Lloyd was off a football field, he was one of the most engaging dudes you ever wanted to meet. He didn't say a whole lot, but he was funny. He's one of the guys that just said he was funny as heck. You know,
he wasn't funny to me though.
But he had a dark side to him too, because as the story goes, he got into it one year with his 18-year-old son, and the story came out that allegedly he put a gun to his son's head. You know, and man, Greg Lloyd had this on and off switch. Great dude. Once you got to know him, great dude. But if memory serves me correct, that's how it went down with him and his son. I don't know what the relationship is like now.
It was bad. It was bad. Like he didn't mess with his son.
Yeah.
Long story long, he was Greg Lloyd. Greg Lloyd's what is it? A 5th degree black belt.
Yes.
He's a 5th degree black belt.
Something like that. Yeah. And hey, let me tell you something. You ain't messing with Greg Lloyd,
bro. I heard him talk around. Tell Joe Panos. He said, Joe, chill out, Joe. Joe kept talking. He said, man, I'm about to jump up and kick you in your mouth. That's just not something you say on the football field. I'm looking like,
what? Jump up and kick you.
I'm about to jump up and kick you in the mouth.
Man, hey,
and what trash talk do you get up from?
No, that's not trash talk. That's a legitimate, like,
that's him being like, I'm going to kick you in the mouth. You're talking too much. I'm going to kick you in the mouth.
Yeah, I'm doing you a favor telling you right now.
So that's like the realness. That's like him letting you know, this football stuff only goes so far.
Right.
I'm talking about maiming you for real. I'm going to kick you in the mouth, bro. So it's just a certain way of thinking, right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's great. It's awesome, man. Well, we do need to crow a little bit, Barrett, because Jalen Reagor, last I checked, is still on the roster, D-Gun.
It ain't over yet. It's not over yet.
Okay.
According, I'm just saying, according to people, it ain't over yet.
Now, he certainly could be traded.
But you're right. He's on the roster. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But
I'm not excited about it, but he is.
But before
you crow, but I'm like, I'd rather be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd rather be saying, good job, D-Gun.
Yeah, that's great. That's great reporting by you.
But before the deadline, what did we hear? Eagles are actively trying to trade Jalen Reagor.
So where did you get that information from, man?
Where'd I get it from? Man, you like people on social media, man. I love people on social media. You know what? Not just me. I'm talking about. I'm not just me. I mean reporters in general.
Yeah.
You know, unless you tell us your source, it's not legit. Why in the world is anybody going to tell you their source?
Yeah.
Why?
It's one of the most absurd statements ever when someone starts with that. Yeah.
You'll never have a source again in your life if you give up a source.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know. But like I said, it ain't over. You guys win the initial battle. I'll give you that. Hats off to both of you.
Well, Derek, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never wanted to win that battle.
Yeah. Nor did I. Yeah.
You know, there's no need. There's nothing good with me winning that. I told you so. That's why I'm not even gonna say I told you so. But I mean, on my show yesterday,
right,
Birds Hill, I said I think it's gonna be good that he's here. because he's had a scare, a real scare. Like he almost had his position taken away from him, his spot on the roster taken away from him by a rookie, a 25-year-old rookie from Utah. You know what I'm saying? And a little bitty dude was going to take his position, because if he would have in any way became the player that we thought he was going to be in a kickoff return game,
right,
they would have cut him.
Yeah, I
they
agree.
would have cut it. So he understands that. So since he understands that, I think he's going to turn over a new leaf, because he's gotten the opportunity now to see that, you know, hey, just because I'm a first round draft choice, does not mean I'm going to be here. They just they just traded a second round draft choice. Oh, by the way, just got cut by Seattle.
Yeah. So you telling me the Rapture's coming in, because that's the only way I see a change is if the Rapture's coming. You know.
Oh, you can't say that, man.
He will be returning punts, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's the only reason why he's on the team. They cut Covey. No, and they cut Ward. Well, they didn't cut Ward. They put Ward on IR.
Injury settlement. Yeah.
So because of that, there is nobody really to return punt. I mean, I don't think that they trust Quez to return punts, even though he's going to be the kickoff returner.
Right.
But
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, they're two different animals. People just assume you can do both. It's a completely different deal.
Absolutely.
Some guys can do it. Brian Mitchell. I mean, some guys can do it, but it's not everybody can.
Bro, one time I just sat back and I was just talking to Randall L on the sideline, and he said, "Man, this is the most dangerous job in the world." I said, "What you talking about, man? Returning punt?" I said, "Man, come on, man. Man, you know." He said, "All right, this is what I want you to do. When the next time we have a punt, I want you to come down where I am, and I want you to look at the ball, look down at the players coming. Look at the ball, look down at the players coming, and just listen." And I did that. So I sat on the sideline right where he was. He was on the 20. I was at the 20, and they kicked it. And I'm on the sideline, and I looked up, and I'm listening. I'm looking up, and I'm listening. All I hear is guys. Bro, these guys sound like Wolverines coming to take his head off. And I said, man, I got the utmost respect for you now, because I saw that. I heard that. I finally experienced what it was, and I wasn't even trying to catch it. I'm just listening and paying attention to what's going on. So next time, you look up in the air, watch the punt return. Look up in the air, watch. It was the most amazing, fearful thing I've ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. These guys are coming. I'm talking about guys that can run. Some of the best athletes in the world are linebackers, and all of them are linebackers. 240 pounds, 230 pounds, running 4.5 40s, 4.4 40s, coming to take your head off, and you're a little guy. Oh man, from that point on, I got the utmost respect for guys like that.
Yeah, that takes guts. It does, man. And I know you have guys blocking up front, but you're essentially standing back there like, all right, I'm gonna try to catch this thing. Hit some yards.
And on a windy day too, that ball's doing this.
Right.
That's no joke.
You like this here?
Yeah.
Oh snap.
Can you imagine that, man? You're looking up. You're not even looking at them. You're looking up.
That's
trying to pay attention to catching the ball.
Woo.
And when the ball hits your hands, they got all rights to just knock you out.
Yep, it's unbelievable.
That's a scary, and don't get one of those.
It's a fascinating thing. It's not easy. So Cameron Tom, they're starting to trickle in here a little bit. Cameron Tom's been signed to the practice squad, guys. So we'll, again, we keep getting this stuff trickles in. We'll pass it along. Offensive lineman. I would figure there's going to be a solid, amount of those guys coming back that were let go yesterday, I would think, right? I mean, because
did Anderson get picked up by somebody yet? Jack Anderson?
No. Not yet, Barrett. The only one we know of right now is Cameron Tom. That's the only one that I've seen, at least. But if we get more, certainly pass it along. That was reported by Aaron Wilson.
I want to see you guys respond to this one from. Normally, I let this stuff go. Dominique Dabney says, "I'm convinced y'all just want to be miserable. All this talent on the roster, and you still whining about Rager." Not whining about it. It's a topical discussion.
Dominic's always in there trying to be provocative. On
okay.
That.
All right.
All right. But number two, it's noteworthy that he is still here because, they were looking to move him and he was a first round pick. Right. And the other part that Dominic conveniently leaves out is the other 2 hours and 55 minutes we spend on other things on the show. But, we never mind. That's okay.
I love it, man, because I'm looking at the roster now. Like, you look at our lads now. Our lads is on it, bro. Mm-hmm. Our lads brings the up to date rosters. I mean, that's the only one I use. Is our lads is the only one I use.
Right,
they're up to date on everything. In fact, they got practice squad. You have practice squad people in. Like right now it says Jared Maydean is on IR. Brett Toth is on the PUP list. Tyree Jackson on the PUP list. Noah Ellis. What's NFI? I don't know what NFI is.
Non-football injury list.
Yeah,
non-football injury. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means he's on his team still?
Well,
or he's cut? What does that mean?
He's getting some kind of injury pay. I think here's the guys. If I could guess, Jack Anderson, if they could get him back, if somebody else doesn't sign him, I think he would come back. Probably Covey. Probably Reed Sinnott, at least, unless they sign another quarterback.
Deion Kane
for sure. 100%.
Huntley. I'm awake. Are you? That's probably the list right there.
Devin Allen, maybe. Maybe.
Take on Bears got Awusika.
Awusika.
I think he already signed. Also, I think he's already signed.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, they will definitely be. And they're going to grab some guys up from other places.
What about Kerry Vincent?
Yeah, I think Kerry Vincent too. I do.
Now, one kid I would like to see stick. I don't know if he will. Is that tight end Noah Togai?
Yeah, I'd like to
go or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, bless you.
And Ruben Frank's reporting Mario Goodrich is signing to the Eagles practice squad. So we're going to have Rube on in about 11 minutes. So that's interesting. And Goodrich is another guy that they liked. I know. I didn't see a ton from him in the preseason games, but
they should sign Kenny Brooks. I like that kid runs hard.
Kennedy Brooks,
Kennedy Brooks.
Kennedy Brooks. I love the way he runs.
I like him.
Oklahoma guy. You know what I'm saying? Used to having some success. You said something earlier today, man, that really made a lot of sense, man. That when you look at this roster that Howie's constructed, he has guys that have championship lineage,
pedigree.
Their pedigree. You got Smith and Hurts won national championships before. Dickerson won his national championship. You look at the two guys from Georgia; they won a national championship. When you bring in productive players like that, AJ Brown has, he's done the job before. When you have guys like that put into the fold, man, you have a certain level of success that you can draw back from.
Right.
I like the fact that the ugly number made the squad, man.
46. Now, if you're him, do you say, "Hey, I made it wearing this number. I'm going with this number," or do you go to a better number? You upgrade that number.
You gotta get a number.
You got to upgrade from 46.
I'll tell you, the two ugliest numbers to me in the league are 49 and 46.
38's bad.
Really?
Yeah.
49 and 46.
High 30 numbers are not great.
What'd you say?
39.
39.
Yeah, that's
38.
a bad number. Yeah, that's a bad number.
They're bad numbers. Although Westbrook made 36 look good. I would give him that.
Yeah,
that's not really a traditional number, but that he did pretty well with that bad boy.
Well, how about 41? 41's
not easy.
Yeah, you had one of the best running back / tight ends to wear 41.
Yeah, Keith Byers. Yeah.
Keith wore it, but I don't know if anybody else can get away with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So anything surprise you? We know what it is now. We know officially who's here and who's not. We're going to dive into. We're going to go position by position in a little bit. But anything surprise you guys as we sit here? Right? Is there any one cut where you said that's a mistake? Because there isn't one for me.
No. I'm looking.
There is
at
one that made the
now.
squad that I'm baffled by.
Which
one? That's Kyron Johnson.
Oh.
Linebacker.
What did he do besides being drafted in the 6th round?
And by the way, every draft pick made it.
Yeah. So,
well, you know what? I would say Jack Anderson. I will stay with Jack Anderson.
Okay.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't make it. Yes.
Absolutely.
Surprised he didn't make it. You're talking about a guy who's a jack of all trades. You can plug him in everywhere except center. I'm surprised because that's what they like. That's what Jeff Stoutland likes. Guys that he can plug and play. And you let him go, but you kept Sills? I don't get that one. I don't get that one.
Me neither. I also am shocked that Marlon Tulapulutu, that he made the squad. I'm really surprised, because I would have thought they would have given that position to another guy, maybe another receiver or something of that nature, or a kick returner, but he made the squad, from last year. So I was really shocked with that.
Okay.
You know what's surprising? Last night I'm looking at everybody's cuts, and there weren't many wow factors cut. Every year,
right?
every year you always see like 10 or 12. Wow, they cut him. Wow, they cut him. You didn't see that.
No.
The only one that stood out to me was 49ers signed to Sean Gibson, and they cut him. So basically they did what the Eagles did with Tart. You brought him in, cut him. I couldn't figure it out. I thought Gibson would be a stay.
I'll give you one, Derek. There's one. Alex Leatherwood by the Raiders.
That's a big one, but I'm saying that's one.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's not multiple ones.
Was he that bad, though?
Yeah, how bad could he be?
He started.
They're taking an $8 million cap hit just to have him not on the team. Like, that's like Wentzian kind of stuff right there.
That's, that's so shocking.
And he still gets the guaranteed bonus money, part of that, because they break it up into increments. They don't just give it to you all at once.
Yeah, like I can't imagine you wouldn't at least just have him stick around as a depth guy on your offensive line. There must be more going on there too.
There's got to be something else going on, because I didn't think he was that bad.
I didn't either. That's
I didn't
weird.
think he was that bad. I thought he was better than my guy from the 49ers.
McGlinchey. McGlinchey gets worked in every show.
Yeah, anytime I can, man.
This poor guy, man.
I'm gonna see his father one day at the wall or something. He's gonna come at me. I'm gonna have to,
he gonna punch you dead square in the face.
Yeah, that'd be so fun. Hey, Barrett, some big dude. Hey, yeah, what's up, man? Hey, you know who I am? I'm Mike McGlinchey. Oh, yeah. Yes.
I beat him like he stole something.
You do a Greg Lloyd on him.
Right.
Yeah. So that, I'm with you, Derek. I start scanning everything and I'm looking around. I'm like, all right, is there
No, Statler didn't coach Leatherwood.
No, Statler was long gone from Alabama when Leatherwood was there.
In fact, you know who the offensive line coach is now? My left guard from college, Eric Wolford.
At Bama.
He's Eric Wolford. He's the offensive line coach in Alabama now.
Yeah. Yeah. Eagles have a couple Bama connections on the coaching staff, Stoutland being one of them. Look, Stoutland's a holdover, too. That's another one where you give Chip some props. That was a Chip Kelly guy.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was.
I mean, that one is still paying some major dividends.
Yes, sir.
For sure. So, yeah, I'm with you guys. There weren't a whole lot, Eagles or NFL, that really caught your eye. There's a couple running backs who, still might have some tread on the tire, who were let go, who I think will have homes somewhere else. Sony Michel, he's already, I think the Chargers are talking to him.
I think Marlon Mack signed with the Houston's practice squad, was it?
Marlon Mack did? Okay.
I believe so. I believe it was Houston or...
Did he leave Houston?
Didn't he? No, I thought he left Indy, didn't he? No.
No,
Wait,
he left Houston.
Wait a minute.
He left Houston.
I just saw he signed to somebody's practice squad.
Did he? I didn't see that I just knew he was cut. I didn't know he was picked up already. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so really not one of your more shockers, I would say that for sure this past time. All right, let's do this. Let's come back with Ruben Frank from NBC Sports Philadelphia. We'll dive a little bit deeper into with the
Marlon Mack re-signed with the Texans practice squad. That's what he did.
Oh, cut him and brought him back.
Yeah,
maybe a cheaper number. I'm not. Yeah, probably one of those deals. All right, so we'll dive into all of these things, Eagles, as we are now, believe it or not, 11 days away from this thing getting real with the Eagles and the Lions. September 11th. Cannot wait. All right, we will continue the Eagles talk when we get back. Derek Gunn, Barrett Brooks, Rob Ellis, Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network on this Wednesday. All right, let's talk about Principal Financial Group and my guy Jim Murray, because you got to know who to trust with your finances. You work too hard, okay? Your family's too important to you. Your future's too important to you to leave it in the hands of someone who you can't trust or doesn't know what they're doing. And I got the person that you can trust who knows what they're doing. And that's Jim Murray of Principal Financial Group. Whether it's retirement planning, 401k review, insurance review, if you have a small business and you try to get your employee benefits set up, he can help you with that as well. I've entrusted my IRA, a couple 401k rollovers from places that I left with Jim, and I couldn't be happier. You will be too. Give him a call, 610-996-4751, 610-996-4751, or you can email him at Murray, MURRAY.Jim@principal.com. That's Murray.Jim@principal.com.